All right, so once again, it's Dave and Diane throwing caution to the wind. And today we're going to take a little hike on the Piedra River Trail, a few miles outside of Pagosa Springs, Colorado. We've hiked this before. We liked it so much we want to come back and do it again, so tag along with us. So we should have mentioned that the trailhead for the Piedra River Trail is also the same trailhead for the Fissure. Is that how you say it, Diane? Fissures Trail. And right here is your turnoff point. If you take off to the right up here, you go uphill all the way to the top. You have some beautiful views, and there's some fissures in the ground. You take the trail to the right or to the left, that's the river trail. That's the way we're going to go. So the trail starts you out well above the river, as you can see the river down below there. Then as you meander through the trees, eventually this will open up and it'll take you down right along the river. Then you get into some nice little canyon spots. You'll see that here in a minute. Yeah, it's pretty country. We got out here to a nice early start, not real early. So we got to the trailhead. There was only, what, 4 of the cars? Yeah. So not very packed. This is a popular trail because it is close to town. So it's best to do it on weekdays, and if you get an early start, you're better off.
And it's popular because it doesn't go straight up.
Oh yeah, and it's popular because it's not one of those, a lot of elevation gain or loss. It's not flat by all means, but it's not one of those heart thumpers, if you want to put it that way. All right, so now, this is where you start dropping down into the canyon. And this is where the walk really gets pretty in my mind, right, Diane? Yes. All right, so down we go. So last time we hiked this trail, we made it to where we are right now. And we enjoyed the water for, I don't know, half hour or so. We started to hike down further, and Diane realized she lost her hat. And it was one of her favorite hats. So we decided to turn around here. It was kind of a rainy day anyway, so we decided to turn around. We hightailed it out to find Diane's hat. So I had led most of the hike in on that hike until we went back to find her hat. She left me in the dust. She was 50 yards ahead of me almost all the time until she found her hat. Now, we did do a video about this hike a while back. It's more of a slideshow. It's before I started actually doing videos, so I'll put a link to it maybe if you want to go check it out. It was kind of a funny story. Anyway, we're going to stand here and enjoy this area again before we take off and hike further. This is a real pretty spot, though. We have a long ways to go, so we won't lollygag here too long, but it is a pretty spot. So this happens to be 4th of July weekend. They're having a huge craft sale in Pagosa Springs today, and a bunch of food carts. So we figured a big craft sale and food carts equal crowds, which means, or we thought it might mean, empty hiking trails. So that's how we made our decision that today would be a great day to come out and do this hike. Like I said earlier in the video, this is a very popular hike. So with all the stuff going on in town, we figured it'd be an ideal day for this. And so far, that has held true. Wow, very pretty. This is what it's all about. All right, so once you reach this area and you see this big meadow, don't stop. Keep on going. Because beyond this meadow a ways is a bridge that crosses over the river. All right, so once you cross that meadow that we pointed out, it said to keep on going. As soon as you cross that meadow, you go into a little brushy area and you'll end up at this bridge. So from the bridge, we've never gone any further. We might go a little bit further today. But we've understood that there, once you get past here, it kind of gets out into the meadow and some private property. So we're going to walk a ways, see if we find private property. If we do, we'll certainly turn around. But we'll show you what we find. All right, let's carry on. Well, we've continued across the bridge. We've certainly found the meadow they're talking about. There's a bridge back there. You probably can't see it in the video. But we're going to continue on a little bit further. See what's on top of that knoll. Isn't that how a hike goes? Let's see what's on top of that hill. Let's just go around one more corner. Doggy. All right, so we were going to go a little bit further on that trail, but it was dictated to us kind of when we were going to turn around, right? So I don't know if you were able to see in that final clip back there a little ways where we happened to cross a couple fishermen. It was a guy and a gal fishing. And then all of a sudden, Cujo came up on top of the knoll and saw us. And he was going to have nothing to do with us coming any closer to his family. And they were probably 100 yards away. So that was a downfall because they were older folks. They weren't moving real fast. Cujo was on a dead run, hackles up, not sounding very friendly at all. His brother Otis was coming along with him, but with a name like Otis, you kind of figured he was going to be pretty friendly, right? Just what was he, the town drunk, friendly guy? So Otis came by. He pretty much circled us. He got an idea that we were friendly. He kind of stood by us, which I'm really grateful for because Cujo, whose actually his name was Harley, was circling us, growling and barking, hackles up, and we just simply stood still in the trail, made no eye contact, made no movement. Now, I have been attacked by a dog at a younger age, and that dog got me from behind. So when that dog got behind me with his hackles up and growling and barking, probably 3 foot away from our ankles and legs, I was having flashbacks. I was not enjoying myself. Diane was the cool head. She kept saying, no eye contact, don't move, don't. I was inches or just moments away from doing a jaw kick to that dog myself. But all that would have been bad. But anyway, so the lady kept coming up the hill, calling the dog. She was trying her hardest to get to him. She never did get close to us, but the dog finally gave up, went back to its mom. And the other dog, Otis, hung out with us and got a little more petting before it went back. And they were very apologetic. And as far as we went, I mean, you could tell there's no tracks, no fresh tracks in the trail, so it wasn't someplace that people typically go. So we just said we're good. We're going to turn around here, have a good day, and now we're headed back to the trailhead. But we wanted to stop and tell you that story. Now, I can tell you right now, I am obviously not a good videographer. Is that the name? Is that the word? Anyway, because I would have had that video going, getting that dog circling us. I did turn it on at the very end, very, very end when the dog went away. So you might catch a glimpse of that. You might tell by my talking, I'm still pretty wound up. That was an adrenaline rush, but again, like I told Diane, I've been attacked by a dog before, so I was having flashbacks, and I was not enjoying it. But okay, that's it. We'll stop rambling. We're going to find a spot in the shade. We're in a beautiful spot, though, right now. We're back at the bridge. Got the water running underneath us. We're going to stop here in the shade somewhere and have our little lunch, take on some water, and we're going to head back toward the car. All right, tag along with us. Climbing hooks up there. All right, well, we're on our way back out. The trail has certainly gotten busier, huh, Diane?
Yes.
Hydration, it's all good. So we walked in, we saw like one couple, a dad and a kid, and maybe one other couple, all the way into till we met Cujo, the dog. Now coming out, we've met quite a few people going in, so I'm really happy we took off when we did. In fact, a lot of people obviously didn't go as far as we did because we're following probably a dozen people ahead of us that we've seen. So we just kind of keep stopping, letting them get ahead of us. We're in no hurry. But anyway, it's been a great hike so far. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. We're just about to the end. All right, so we've finished the Piedra River Trail. That's the second or third time we've done that trail. We really enjoy it. Really enjoyed it this time too, except for we could have done without the Cujo the crazy dog incident on the far side of the trail, right? Yeah. That was a little unnerving, but we got past it. It's all part of it. So that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, how about a thumbs up? Maybe hit that subscribe button. We'd really enjoy that. You know, every time we get a thumbs up or a comment, YouTube recognizes that and they promote our videos more. We'd really appreciate that. So, okay, now I'm done begging for thumbs up and comments. So, as always, what?
Happy trails.
Happy trails. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video.